The frustration of watching your father or mother suffer from Alzheimer's disease can be overwhelming, especially when you fear following the same path. This fear is often accompanied by a feeling of helplessness in the face of an illness that seems inevitable. However, this frustration can become a powerful engine for transformation. By turning to scientific advances, particularly in the field of mitochondria, it is possible to strengthen brain cells and considerably reduce the risk of developing the disease. Today, thanks to these efforts, it is possible to live with hope and confidence that the future can be different, even in the face of a difficult genetic heritage. In a 2024 study, it was shown that during Alzheimer's disease, mitochondria, which are like the power plants of our cells, do not function properly. This means they don't produce enough energy, making brain cells tired and less efficient. This lack of energy is associated with a loss of connections between nerve cells and a decline in cognitive abilities, i.e. functions like memory and thinking. To explain simply, imagine that your brain is a city and the mitochondria are the power plants. If the power plants do not produce enough energy, the city cannot function properly. Lights go out, machines stop, and everything becomes slower and less efficient. This is what happens in the brains of people with Alzheimer's disease. Now, if we know that mitochondrial dysfunction is a major problem in this disease, it makes sense to think that strengthening our mitochondria could help reduce the risk of developing Alzheimer's. For this purpose, it may be interesting to take food supplements of pyrroloquinoline-quinone, PQQ, alpha-lipoic acid, and acetyl-L-carnitine, all involved in the very functioning of mitochondria. It is also possible to opt for a synergistic formula which brings together these three molecules to potentiate their benefits. It is recommended to take one capsule in the morning at breakfast time, ensuring that there are lipid sources on the menu, and possibly a second capsule at midday at mealtime. In studies that have shown benefits from alpha-lipoic acid and PQQ supplementation, several weeks of treatment were required to feel the effects. You also need a little rigor when it comes to the organization of your treatments. A treatment should not exceed 3 months maximum. Taking food supplements continuously risks accustoming the body to being supplemented. So, after 3 months, consider taking a 4-week break before starting a new treatment. What is the best vitamin to protect our brain from aging? B vitamins are the best vitamins that cover many aspects of brain health. Vitamin B12, or cobalamin, is essential for the formation of red blood cells and DNA, but it also supports the nervous system and brain development and function. It does more specific things like helping break down homocysteine, which is a protein that is harmful to the heart and can also lead to some form of dementia. One of my favorite vitamins, which I talk about all the time, is vitamin B9, which is made up of folic acid. It contributes to optimal neurotransmitter function, brain health, and the formation of DNA. It promotes cellular detoxification. Low folic acid levels are associated with low mood. So, simply eating green leafy vegetables, which are often rich in vitamin B9, a natural folic acid, helps maintain good mood and emotional health. These are just the most common contributors to a few of the B vitamins, which are essential for our mental and cognitive health. In association with vitamin B9, vitamin B12 is involved in the synthesis of DNA and fatty acids, in the production of energy inside cells, and in the functioning of the nervous system. So it is important to combine them. For people over 50, the ability to assimilate B12 decreases with age, and it is therefore recommended that people over the age of 50 use a B12 supplement to ensure their levels of this vital nutrient remain adequate. Research has shown that more than 60% of people over the age of 65 have lower levels of B12. As we age, our bodies produce less stomach acid, which is necessary for the absorption of B12. So, by adopting specific food supplements and maintaining a diet rich in B vitamins, it is possible to strengthen the mitochondria and protect our brain against aging and neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. This is why mitochondrial immersion is reserved for people who want to strengthen their cognitive capacity to reduce the risk of suffering from hereditary Alzheimer's. so you can spare your loved ones the burden of an illness that can be avoided, and you will be able to share these moments of life with them in good mental health. Because in the end it is for these people who are so precious to us that we live after all. Even if death has already taken away those we loved, we want to take advantage of the time we have as best we can. Mito immerses you in a mitochondrial immersion, after which you will be able to exercise by walking while adopting adequate breathing, to use optimized breathing techniques to better oxygenate your brain and mitochondria, to nourish your mitochondria using a program of taking food supplements exclusively designed to strengthen them, and as the human body perfectly assimilates a supplement after 3 months, we are committed to following you until the end of these next 3 months. Also, you will be able to maintain and create new neural connections through neural stimulation, which involves using reading methods and learning techniques. You will be able to have a personalized consultation every week in which we answer your questions in a personalized way to better support you depending on your flexibility of time and your occupations. The question is, are you ready to invest in your mental health in order to avoid the worst? Unfortunately, the number of places will be limited to better support participants, and we will only take people who meet the prerequisites that we are looking for in this form, and we are sorry for the people who were not selected. So click on the link in the description to access the form. It's just terrible to be there among these people that you love so much, and to be unable to remember these moments of laughter, of love, of tears too, which really represent your identity, your life.